Today we're talking about being different is your calling. Being different is your calling. This video is for those of you who have always known you weren't quite like anyone else. You were always wired differently, you moved differently, and maybe for a long time, maybe even right now, you believe that was a problem. But what if being different was never something to fix? What if that was the point all along? The thing is, some people, most people, they live on timelines that make sense, school, job, marriage, family, success, linear, predictable, steady. What your parents tell you to do, what your peers tell you to do, what your peers are doing. For others, some of us, none of that ever quite made sense. It never quite fit. You can try to follow the script, but something in your spirit, whether you know it or not, typically resists. And that's because you were not meant to blend in. You were meant to break patterns, to carry a calling that makes people uncomfortable. You've always made people uncomfortable. And again, you internalized it as problem with you. Maybe you grew up in a place that made you question yourself constantly. You were always second guessing, always adjusting, always wondering why you felt so other. Even the people who were supposed to love you, those are the ones that may have made you feel like your sensitivity, your creativity, your truth, your authenticity was too much. And so the belief became dim down, blend in, don't stand out, don't be different. And whether this message was subtle or shouting out loud, it stayed with you. It became your security, your shield, your blanket, your safety. You may have grown up in environments that quietly told you to shrink, dim your light, blend in, be less, be still, be someone else, but you refused. It's not in your nature. You can't. You can't. You may have tried to, you may have buried your light. You might have like thrown sand over it, but it wasn't enough. Like you can never truly lose it. You've never truly lost it. Here is the thing. When you are wired for impact, your life, it does not move like everybody else's. When you are called, your life doesn't follow everyone else's rules. They don't make sense to you. It's like applying chess rules to tennis. They don't, it doesn't go together. Your timeline might look chaotic from the outside and even from the inside. It might look like, what is this person doing? They're living their life wrong. People don't understand your footsteps, how you're moving. You might even go through rapid cycles. The highs, they probably feel supernatural, like you're on cloud nine and you want to scream to the mountaintops, and the lows dang near bring you to your knees. You're like, dang, how did I even make it through that? And the seasons, they pass, but you don't just pass through them, you transform with them. And while you're going through that transformation, while you're changing others, they probably notice because you're gonna attract people. People will be drawn to your light. They're usually there until something happens. Either it shines too bright or somehow you make them confront their own growth. I don't know. These type of people can be very triggering to those around them. And as a result, you lose people. And again, you may internalize that as, oh, what's wrong with me? This is my fault. Why can I never seem to keep anyone close? But most of the time, it is not your fault. A lot of the time, it's protection. And they just weren't meant to witness this full version of you. And then there's some other things that we can't see, resistance from the enemy, doubt planted from an early seed before you could even fully form, before you could even know your worth. And it is shame disguised as self-awareness or, I don't know, ridicule from others, circumstances that were built to wear you down. Again, before you could even rise, before you even know what you have, so that you adapt it as to your own concept of self worth, your own belief. To those who experience this, all I have to say is the enemy does not attack what is not a threat. So say all of this to say your difference is not a flaw. It is a sign of your purpose. It is a sign of your assignment. And you carry a voice, you carry a story, you carry a truth. And this truth could be the very key that someone else is waiting for. People out there need you to be you. The world needs you to be you, and not some filtered, diluted version of you, not some palpable version, the real you. Now more than ever, we are being called to step into our authentic voice, our true voice, our true selves. Authenticity. The world is yearning for it, it's craving for it, it's screaming for it. Either way, your story is not a mistake, and your difference, it's not a weakness. It is your truth, it is what you were created to be. Your path, while unusual, while not cookie cutter, and you can't just replicate it, you can't look out and find everyone as a example. It is still divine. It's still divinely led. A lot of the time, this means you weren't meant to follow. You are meant to lead. So, if you felt too sensitive or too inconsistent or too behind or too different or too all over the place, never been able to quite fit into this box, this is your reminder that you are not broken. You are not broken. You are becoming. You are not broken. You are a light. You are real. You are necessary. Just because you don't fit in this world, you are just becoming and accepting and embodying exactly what this world needs. Mm. My mouth is vibrating right now. I don't know. You are becoming. You are becoming, and becoming looks messy when no one else has done it before, when there's not a blueprint out there. And when there's not a blueprint out there, it just means that you are exquisite, extraordinary. They say there's nothing new under the sun, and I think to an extent that is true, but there are just some people that put their stamp on this world. The journey is not linear, it is not like everyone else's. So just remember that, just be you, just stay a light, just keep going. Right? And thank you so much for listening to this message. I hope so much that it resonated. If it does, it just means that I'm doing something right. Yeah, thank you for listening. Until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Stay blessed. Bye.